Alright, good morning everyone. Can you hear me good? Alright. Okay, I guess we'd be ready to start then. Timer will start as soon as I continue the story, which will be in 3, 2, 1, go! Alright, so Simpsons Game, a really nice 3D jump and run from 2007. This is actually the first time that this game was in a marathon. As speedrunning wise, this is not really known as a speed game, but it really does have some great skips here and there, which I'm going to show you today. This game also had quite a revival in the last year. A lot of new people joined the community and glitched hunt for this. And yeah, most of the tricks you'll see in this run were actually found last year. But first of all, we have the Chocolate Land, some kind of a prologue level or tutorial. Most of the run's pace will actually pick up as soon as we go along, as our characters will get different abilities during the run, or during the game, better said. Okay, that was a little shortcut right there. But for the most part, this level is just a linear run through. There's not really much we can do to speed this one up.
You're really in trouble. I hate know-it-all chocolate. Thank goodness this isn't.
Alright, and this is actually the first time when we get to know Homer Ball, Homer's super ability in this game. And now, while we're in this area, we're actually on a timer, so we actually don't have to do anything here. Like, yeah, it is actually preset when this section right here ends. And I just see Kataraf, you're here as well. Really glad that you can join too. Okay, that was just the first level. And now we get to see the hub world of the game. And usually what we do is to immediately switch to the other character, because he's a little bit closer to the door, and that will just save a few seconds, not that much, maybe a second. Coming up is a really interesting game mechanic, because for whatever reason, in certain corners, you can just do another jump, because the character actually gets stuck in those corners, and then you have the ability to do another jump in the air.
Can you see where they keep the beer from up there?
Alright, and now we also get to know Bart's ability, which is gliding. The gliding will also be improved in the later levels, but for now it'll also let us do some cool tricks. Right here is another corner jump. This one is a little bit more tricky, but it worked on first try, so that's cool. Also, I wanna lure Homer to the bridge, because a lot of stuff in this game is actually dependent on your AI partner. Like, there are two buttons and I have to wait for Homer, and if I wouldn't move him to the bridge there, sometimes he just wouldn't come, which is really strange.
My turn.
Right, so just switching to Homer. And from here, we can actually use Homer's fat body to move down the skeleton right here. And then we can use Bart to glide to the other side.
When we have time for donation, give me a signal, please.
Yes, actually now would be a good time for it.
Alright, cool. We have a $20 donation from Poclazo saying, "Speedruns I like! I'm very happy that this is for a charity as well.
Okay.
Keep running fast." Thank you very much for your $20 donation.
Welcome to Springfield Museum.
Alright, now we have the next part of the level. Basically, in this level we have to stop 3 bullies, Kearney, Jimbo and Dolph, I think. And yeah, all of them are like hidden behind a mini game, like Dolph was behind this skeleton target in the first room. And now we just have to yeah, play a little window game here. We have to activate the windows with Homer first, and then we can shoot the targets with Bart.
Castle storming was all the rage. If you weren't storming a castle, you were worse than a loser.
So the same thing for here. Usually I try to shoot these targets a little bit earlier here, so that he runs as soon as possible. And from here we just shoot him with the slingshot. The normal slingshot is actually the best weapon in the game, I would say, because you actually do have an upgraded ammo for your slingshot here, but it's actually worse, because whenever you use that, the enemy which you shoot will fall on the ground, and that will give him invisibility frames, so we don't want that. Okay, here's another corner jump which you can do with Bart. So this will just let us go to these platforms already, and now we're at the UFO where we need to kill Jimbo now. And we do that with the slingshot as well, because like I said, it's the best weapon. Sometimes enemy characters can actually block your shots or hits, and if that's the case, you can actually do a jump kick to yeah, unblock him, or basically break his block. And 3:43, that's actually a really good time here. Once again, the hub world. This will basically happen after each level here. Now we have an eating contest, which is technically on a timer, but since this is a speedrun, we don't really care about that. And this is actually the level where Homer is in focus, I guess, because in the first 5 levels we get to know each character and its certain abilities. And this one is for Homer, where we met his Homer Ball ability, which we already have seen at the Chocolate Land, but now he has it in real life as well, because the Chocolate Land was just a dream world for him. A dream come true, yay! Okay, and here's another really interesting skip. So I'm not gonna bother with climbing up that, yeah, that tower. I'm not sure what is the English name for it.
Good question. It's too early.
Nevertheless, as you can see there, I could just jump up the wall, because it's really interesting. Some of the walls in this game are not actually flat, but they are slightly tilted. And when that's the case, your jump gets cancelled when you jump up there. And yeah, you can use this for shortcuts like this one right here. Alright. Blowing up this meatball. Can we get the skip? Yes! This is really cool, because usually there would be a ladder which would climb up, we'd have to climb up there. But when you boost it correctly, yeah, you just land on the top platform, which is really great, because now I have both characters here, which is perfect. And now what we can do here is we can place Homer in this corner, and then I'm gonna jump up here with Bart. And that just skipped another climbing part, which we would normally have to do with Bart.
How much does that save?
Sorry?
How much does that save?
Not that much. A few seconds, I would say, but nevertheless.
Sure.
It's a time save, so we definitely go for it. So yeah. Statue of Liberty, a small boss for Homer. It's really easy though, because we just have to hit the switch, which will remove the cheerleaders. And from here, we just need to eat this burger, which will end the contest. Alright. So far, so good. Now back to the hub world, and the next level is for Lisa. Lisa is actually, yeah, a really interesting character. We'll get to know her ability in a second, but still we want to use Bart for the battles, because his slingshot is just better for battles. And this is Lisa's ability. She has a Buddha hand, with which, oops, actually need to use Lisa here. She has the Buddha hand, with which she can, which she can build objects, and yeah. Still, we're trying to skip building most of the objects because it always takes a few seconds to build something.
Finally, my poor leafy friend.
Alright. Okay, right here I'm hoping that Lisa is actually coming. Once again, we have the case where we have two buttons here, and I want my AI partner to come here. And it's, yeah, I just need to rely that Lisa is coming here, which she did, which is cool. Otherwise, I would have to bring her up there normally. Ooh, don't get hit by the radar blades, because they can one-shot you. Okay, there we go.
Here comes Lisa.
This is also a cool game for playing in a co-op run, because if you have realized, there is a start to drop in flashing up there. So whenever you have a friend who can actually join in, yeah, he can definitely remove some of the annoying AI parts, or he can replace the annoying AI partner, let's say it like that.
Sadly, this was not submitted as a co-op run.
Yeah,
So
sadly.
I can't join in, and for legal reasons.
Let there be green.
Yeah, maybe next time we get the time to actually practice this.
So, my sister doesn't have.
It's a cool game, this co-op game, this is really fun. Yeah, because like I said, your AI partner will sometimes do stupid stuff like getting stuck in a fight or just doesn't follow you. It's really weird.
Would it be a split screen if there were two players, or both?
Yes, it will be a split screen. Actually, maybe it will also be a little bit small on that TV, I realize. But it's okay.
You're making your leader very unhappy.
So this river right here is actually quite funny, as it activates sort of a mini game, which is a reference. Perhaps you'll see what I mean in a second.
Yes, I can barely make it out.
Yeah. So for those who don't know, this is actually Frogger, or a reference to it. So I'm gonna play it a little bit safe here and wait for a turtle, although that was a little bit early too. Okay, so far so good. There we go. Then we have our Buddha statue up here, and need to prepare these pipes for Bart. Actually, the only pipe we have to prepare is this one, because all of the other ones are actually not needed, as we can simply do this and jump up here with Bart. Alright. Now the mission actually is on a timer, as we need to save Lenny and Carl there. However, the timer is really forgiving, and we just need to come up here. And now mashing R1 to pick it up as soon as possible. There we go. And that was it for Lisa the Tree Hugger.
My turn.
Alright, and now we're introduced to one of the lovely March levels. Actually, for a speedrun they are terrible. For one reason, March has a mob to control, and the mob consists only of AI characters. So we need to completely rely on them right here, and it is quite luck dependent.
I can't see what could go wrong.
Yeah, me neither. Hopefully nothing won't, but sometimes they can be stupid. So I'm gonna punch this guy. So what's interesting is that whenever an enemy fights one of your allies, they will immediately stop building whatever they're doing. And we don't want that, because it just yeah, wastes a little bit of time. Okay. So now we have these two floats we need to destroy. And as you can see, we only have 2 partners available. Down on the left you can actually see that we have, on the right side is the amount of members we have, and the left side is of the active, or of the members which you can actually use. And as you can see there, one of the allies is already in the fight. And doesn't help us. Instead he's fighting, and yeah, you can see the point what I mean with relying on ally characters here. AI characters, I mean. Ooh, hopefully March doesn't die. Ooh. This is the problem, because you keep the same health which the AI character messed up, basically. And now I'm just going to use Lisa in order to stun the enemies. Oh, Flanders just got interrupted there. And now I don't have an available member, which is great. Okay. Flanders, please don't get interrupted. Ah, this is just great. Okay, now Apu's actually... Oh, he stopped it too! Wow, this is so great! Come on, Flanders. Come on, aim at it. Thanks. Finally. Dude, that took a while. Alright. First of all, preparing the way with Lisa, and then we can do the rest with March. Hopefully the my mob will come now. Okay, and now I'm gonna use the time to order another mob members. So generally we want to have as much mob members as we can, so that we can prevent stupid stuff like we've seen before, where it's just nobody wanted to work. What is this? So yeah, but then again we don't really have time to pick up all of them. We actually skip one possible AI character which we could technically pick up too. Alright. Okay, this is looking good. And now comes another tricky part. I actually want all of my mob to keep staying on that elevator right there. Now the problem is there's a policeman here with a gun. And if he shoots one of the members, they will immediately go off the elevator, which is really dumb, but it happens. Okay, from here I want to separate my mob a little bit so they work on both things. Now just use Lisa to stun the enemies. Oh, Grandpa is actually running away already. Yeah. Okay. One more float to go. Okay. Flanders, please keep working. We need you. Meanwhile, I'm gonna place the other parts already here. Really nice. Thank you, Flanders. Okay, and now we have to build something else. Okay. I'm gonna try to hit these enemies to get some more mob members. Okay, one here. And you can help there as well.
So you said there were more March parts like these later on?
Yes, there are 3 March levels. Yeah, one of them isn't actually too bad because we can almost skip her entirely. For the other one, well, we'll see. We need to get to that. Alright. And we're coming up to the final part of the level. So the last goal here is to basically destroy this statue right there. And this is one of the most trickiest part of the level, because there are tons of AI enemies here, and all we can hope is that our mob doesn't get into a fight and instead destroys the statue. Now just gonna be running around stunning enemies, because this is basically the only thing we do. We don't really want to fight them because it just takes too long to fight all of them. But as long as we have these guys working here, we should be good. Okay. Guess we can already go to the building, because this building is any minute now. We just need to wait here. There we go. So the statue, or the head of the statue, will break and destroys this building here in the cutscene, which we have skipped. So yeah. Now all what's left to do is basically this small part with Maggie, where we have to activate these 3 pipes here, and that'll heat up the pool of the Major, Quimby. There we go. And the level is complete. Okay, and now is actually where the fun part of the game will begin, because the characters realize that they are not strong enough for the alien invasion, so we have to use cheats. And there is a cheat book which was stolen here, and this is basically our goal. We want to find Professor Frink so that he can give us the book. Fortunately, though, he dropped a few pages on the way, so we're just gonna pick these up and yeah.
So this speedrun allows the usage of cheats, basically.
Yes, basically yes. But they're in-game cheats, so it's okay. And it also means new abilities for the characters, making it really cool.
I do have another donation when you have the time.
Yes, sure, go for it.
I have a $15 donation by Dorky, who gives us a little line, which I'm trying to read. Chalmers, you know these runs are quite similar to the ones they have at GDQ. Seymour, ho 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 ho, patented ESA runs, old family recipe. Chalmers, for streamed games. Seymour, yes. Chalmers, yes, and you call them streamed games despite the fact that they are obviously speedruns.
So right there we actually skipped the part of building up these cogs normally. So you can actually stand on them and basically use this as a shortcut. And from here, just a little grind jump there. We're actually gonna do this with both characters, as it would take too long if we wait for the AI to move the character to the other side. Alright. We need to switch to Lisa. Now we're in the blood room, and what's really funny, I don't know if we can actually see, yeah, there it is. It actually has a German container as well here, with green blood. And I find that really hilarious, because it's making fun of the censorship in Germany. So yeah. So yeah, and from here we just need to have a small running section. There's the green blood container I mentioned before. Small speed trick right here. Okay, nice, it worked. And now what's really important here is that we pick up this shield right here, because this will let us do a small skip. Basically, you're normally supposed to pull this lever to deactivate this laser, But if you have this protection shield, you can just run through it. It's really funny.
No wonder my feet hurt.
There we go. Okay, hopefully Lisa is behind us, because once again, 2 buttons. Oh, come on, where are you?
I hope I get time to do my homework.
It takes a while, but as long as she's coming, it's alright. Okay, boss. Oh, no, I was a level too early. I hope I didn't spoil anything important.
No, I didn't hear anything.
That's good.
We need some heartbreaker.
And even if you would, it wouldn't really matter, because actually there would be a cutscene, so as a casual player you actually know that there's the... you would have to follow this donkey, Donkey Kong. Okay, so now we need to prepare a few pipes with Lisa. Hopefully I can remember the correct order, because usually this I know how the order works, but during practice, for whatever reason, I was thinking about the right order, and I realized that I don't even know the right order. I just doing it with the feeling. Like, I don't even watch the colors or anything, but the moment when I have to think about it, I forget what I need to do, so...
So better don't think about it.
Yeah, right.
Good.
Hopefully I did everything correctly here. Okay, there we go. And if the cutscene plays, which it does, we made it correctly. Cool. And now it's boss time. I almost spoiled it in the last time, but whatever. So yeah, first of all, once again, preparing the way for the other character.
Why do you marking people?
I guess this is usually the gimmick in this game. You have to prepare things for the other character so that you can switch between both of them. Okay. And for the rest of the level we technically only need Lisa.
Thank you very much.
At least if we don't die with her. We'll see. Because we're now coming to the boss. Oh, Bart is actually dead. This is really scary because as long as Bart is dead,
Know it.
if we die as well, we're actually getting game over. If only one character dies, it's not a big deal, but if 2 characters are dead, it's game over and you would have to restart from the last checkpoint. And then we just have to hit the monkey, the gorilla, better said, with the Buddha hand, and it's technically really easy. What can happen though is that he hits you with a barrel, which fortunately didn't happen here, but if he does, he can actually stun lock you, or better said, not really stun lock you, but you actually will be kept shot over and over again. Okay, next level is really cool. This is a little boss fight right here. Not really a little boss fight, but yeah, a huge boss fight, better said. So yeah, Laser Lad. He has 3 hatches on the back, which we all need to hit. Oh, okay, he's going for this pattern. Technically, if you're really lucky, you can actually... oh, this is interesting. He's actually glitched because he doesn't have a leg here. Interesting. Well, as long as we can actually still hit him, it's alright. Okay, there we go. She only has 1 leg, this is really strange, but okay. And his pattern right here is also quite unlucky. Usually you wanna hit him at this construction site. Instead we now have to use Homer, and hopefully he can make it in time, because Laser Lad is actually going to close the hatches after a little while. So hopefully we're fast enough here. Come on, come on. Ooh, oh god. Yes! There we go. That was close. But we got it.
That was quick.
Yeah, really short boss fight.
So it was a little boss fight.
Yeah, technically you're right. a big, small boss fight. Okay, the strat here is to basically kick these dolphins in the water, because when they fall in the water, they die immediately. And this is good, because usually they would have a little bit more health. Otherwise, again, the best weapon here is to use the slingshot. Oh, I thought I forgot a dolphin there, but it's okay. So normally here you would be supposed to press a button, which to go for you would first have to prepare something with Lisa here. I'm gonna skip all of that, and we're gonna do that by jumping up here on this fence, sorta. And then we just do a jump here and reach the checkpoint there. And now we just need to quit the game really quick and reload it. And that will just bring us back to the other side. Okay, cool. So this would be a case where the faster ammo would actually be better, or let's say the improved ammo. It's not really faster, but like I said before, it knocks the enemies down immediately. I'm going to show it to you really quick now, because this is useful. So now none of them is going to irritate me. And yeah, I can just once again use a checkpoint trick here. And now I need to mash the jump button, so that I get another jump in the air. Otherwise my character would just fall in the water. Okay, so far so good. There we go. Okay, this would be another boss fight. The only thing we have to do is basically shoot a target, but first of all we need to prepare a few stuff for it. I'm gonna use this squid right here to basically be able to jump over the platform. And from here we can actually use this eel for electricity. And you can see where this is leading to. Now we just need to hit a target with Bart. We should be able to hit it from here, and then he falls down and dies. Really cool. So there's one more invasion level to go, which is also a really short one, or should be. Fortunately we have Homer here again, and we can do some cool boost tricks with him here. So that one right there. Okay, so basically the idea here is to prepare the way for Bart. We wanna pull all of these levers here to make some sort of a water stream here. And then Bart will be able to glide over them. That was a small shortcut there as well. I'm gonna shoot a few enemies here, because all of these aliens here cause a little lag. And the more I shoot, the less lag we get. At least that's the idea behind it. Alright. Another two pressure pads, I'm sorry. And now we're inside the UFO. So, right here we just have to, there are like these, how do you say it, spawners, not really spawners, but holes where the enemies will come out. And we need to destroy all of them with Homer. Alright. Sometimes these buttons here can be hard to hit, but it's looking good so far. And there we go. That's for the level. Okay, we're done with the invasion levels, and now it's getting a little bit different, because we first have a small intermission level, where we yeah, are basically on a timer again. It's a small mission with Bart and Homer.
Another puzzle solved, huh? No problem. No need to fart nervously.
Alright. I'm gonna first go with Bart here. And once again, at the end, we have 2 pressure pads, so we need to do this with both characters, basically. And this level will introduce the conversion between the game engine, which we'll see after this one. So yeah, this level is also on a timer. Once again, not really a problem.
You can't win. I won't go back to dancing.
This level is also really linear, like you don't need to find the right way or anything. Just a quick run through and you should be good.
Think of your money. Concentrate on all your money.
Then again, Homer is really cool for boosting here. You can't boost up there this wall, because there actually is an invisible wall up there, and you're forced to use the pressure pads in order to open the door. And now we have a little preparation here, because we're gonna use Homer and Lisa to learn some new abilities here. So yeah, more cheats. Technically. Alright, so this is Gummy Homer. He's really cool for fighting, and he will be useful later on as well. And now we just do the same thing with Lisa. And Lisa just gets a Buddha Hand Lightning, which is also cool for fighting. There we go. And a video game cliche popped up, lame tutorials, yeah. This is basically just the way the game teaches us the abilities here. Now I'm just going to stand here and mash the triangle button, because this is actually the first mission which will come up. And now we're in NeverQuest! Funny video game reference to EverQuest. And now we have a little boss fight. No, it's not a little boss fight. This was an actual boss fight this time. And what's funny here, you're technically supposed to only hit her on the bridges. However, you can also hit her everywhere, from everywhere. So whenever Homer boosts from a ledge or something and hits the dragon, you can actually make damage to her. This is something which they have patched in the next-gen versions, or made a little bit different, let's say. Because there, you're actually forced to hit her on the bridge. There's no other way to hit her elsewhere. So yeah. I have a few prepared spots where I know I can hit her, or it should be consistent. And yeah, this is also a March level, but if everything goes right, we don't even need her in this level, which is really good, because no relying on an AI mob. Alright, one more hit to go. Just gonna boost myself up this hill, and I'm gonna eat some more food here. Ooh, oh yeah, the AI member was in the way there. It's not a big deal though. We should be able to hit her on the bridge then. There we go. For now, she will escape, or the dragon will escape. And we're now in a dungeon level. And this platform you can see over there, usually you would need March and the mob members to stand on a platform and then you would be able to use the elevator and move Homer up. And I'm gonna try to skip all of that by doing a tricky boost here. Let's see how it works. Gonna stand about here. Ah, didn't got it. This one is quite a little bit finicky to get. Oh, there we go, second try. Really cool. So yeah, and now we don't really need Marge anymore. Okay, so this is a little over the head view right here. And then again, there's another cool shortcut which we can do here. We can use this enemy spawner to boost up this wall. And then another boost to basically skip all of the maze. Now only thing what's left is to collect this key. And another boost. And we're done. That was the maze. Should be a reference to old Atari games, I think. Okay, and this gummy ammo will be really useful for later. And now we get introduced to another speedrunning technique. So this door over here is, whoops, still closed. However, when we do it correctly, we can actually use the gummy to clip through it. Because whenever you transition between Homer Ball and the gummy, Homer gets a few invincibility frames. And when you do that, you can just clip through, light walls which are not too strong, I'd say. Like if the wall would be, like, not really harder, but bigger, let's say.
Thicker.
Thicker, right. Thank you. We wouldn't be able to make it across, but these walls will work. Or the door, better said.
Thank you so much for the 1000-bit cheer, kayumon.
So right here, we now need to defeat the dragon. We actually need to wait a cycle here because the dragon is flying around right now, and if she's moving, it's really hard to hit her. So the best way to deal with this is to just wait one cycle and kill her in the second round. There we go. That's it for NeverQuest. And now we can actually choose which level we want to do next. But I would go for Medal of Homer, actually. Which is another game reference, Medal of Honor, but yeah. So now we're in the army, and this is basically a civil war prevention here. We need to collect certain flags here, these white flags, which would indicate that they're giving up. We don't want that, so instead we're collecting all of the flags here. So this is one of the levels which would be really cool with an AI partner, because the AI, the co-op, not AI partner, I meant to say co-op partner, because the co-op partner can do so much stuff meanwhile, because the AI partner is not gonna collect any of the flags, so we need to do it by ourselves. But it's not a big deal, as it is really quick as well. Oops, there we go. Ooh, that was close, but at least I didn't fall down. So yeah, I'm always using the same route here. I think there are more than this route you could use here, but this is the one which I've learned the most, or am most consistent with. Alright, climbing up this church. Okay, there's two more flags we need to collect with Bart. After that we're gonna switch to Homer and basically collect the rest. Alright. So, before I forget it, I'm gonna collect this one, because this is a flag which I like to collect a lot. Forget a lot. And for the rest of the flags we actually need Homer, because they are blocked behind some stuff. Some garbage, I don't know. And yeah, we need to use Homer Ball to free the flags, and yeah. Oh, I overshot it a little bit. It's not a big deal. There's this helium tank which we can use. Okay, there we go. That was it for the first part of the level. The next part is pretty cool as well, as we're on a ship right now. And this small part down here could technically be skipped with a Homer Ball boost. However, it's really precise to do and not marathon friendly, so I decided to just do it the normal way here.
Homer, you need to plant all the C4.
So yeah, I'm gonna plant that C4 there. We can actually switch to Bart because we need him in a second. Okay, small jump over here, so we don't need to use the pipes. And meanwhile, we can also use Bart or make Bart come over here. I think I made it. So there was a lever right there, and I tried to activate it during the cutscene. We'll see how if it worked in a second. Oh, no, it didn't. Oh well. Not a big deal. It's just this little cutscene which we could have skipped, but overall it doesn't waste too much time. And then there's another tilted wall which I've mentioned before. So instead of doing the ship normally, we can just jump up here, which is totally not what you're supposed to do. Plant a C4 and then we're up here already. And we don't really need Bart for the rest of the level. We can actually use Homer to jump up this pipe. And from here, I'm gonna do a small boost up to the other side. Whoops. Actually need to make it on that platform there. There we go. And now it's just this one more gas tank. Helium tank. Didn't make it. But this time we should get it. Oh, this is interesting because normally there should be burns on the platform. For whatever reason he wasn't loaded there. Interesting. Seems like a lot of stuff isn't loading today. First it was the lag from Lard Lad, and now the Mr. Burns. Okay, and this right here is, for a speedrun, the worst level, because it's another March level, and once again we're totally dependent on our AI mob. Fortunately though, we have dogs this time instead of the other civilians, and the dogs are a little bit smarter than the mob from the other level which we had before. And then basically my strat here is to always order 2 dogs for a building, and it should be good to go. Oops. Alright. 2 more mob members here. And once again we wanna recruit as many mob members as possible. They are all hidden in these boxes right here, so I'm just gonna take the time to break them, and it should still save time overall. Okay, now I'm gonna try to lure the enemies away from the dogs so that I don't try to attack them. And also, this is one of the most laggiest level in the game. As you can see, we already have some huge FPS drops. And it's just because there's so much stuff going on here. Oh, it looks like I actually didn't recruit one. Actually, I get this one. There we go. Alright. Once again, an elevator, and it's important that Marge will stay in the elevator as well, because we need her up there on the bridge. Okay, there we go. Oh, an enemy actually made it on the elevator as well. Or two enemies. I'm just gonna fight them here, because once again I don't want them to interrupt my mob members working. There we go. Oops, I actually want to take all of them. There we go. Oh, Lisa is actually dead. So now we need to wait for her to wake up, which will take a few seconds. Alright. And yeah, you can kind of see why this is the worst level for a speedrun. There's so much random stuff which can happen here. And also, I really don't like to practice this level because the usual process is always the same, like the order which you create or build on these buildings here. But once again, it's the luck from the AI which is dependent here. Okay, all of the dogs are working, so we need to wait a little while. Okay. Oh, more and more lag. I guess looking down will increase the frame rate a little bit, but then again I can't see what's going on, so... Yeah, but we should be fine here. And don't forget the sign. This sign, I forgot this to destroy this sign in my PB run, and I'll see you what happened in a second when we get to the place, but it was not great. So once again, two dogs here, and I hope that I didn't forget a building here. Let's see. We have a counter up there which says 13, and I think this should be correct because we can do this building right here for ourselves, by ourselves. And this is a little radio station here.
Be careful, little Maggie.
So Maggie's gonna play DJ here. And I can tell you, she will switch it to the worst of worst radio stations ever. Just listen what will happen now. Why they had to take this music for it? Whatever, it's relaxing. We can enjoy the nice music here while our mob is doing all kinds of stuff.
While there is all this fighting going on.
Yeah,
it's very
right.
fitting.
Perfect music for the situation.
We also have another donation.
Okay, yeah, sure, go
I
for
have
it.
another $5 from Doki, now saying, I crumb you with sweetie pie. Just kidding, steamed hams.
Thank you. Okay, so this is the part... Oh, wait a second. This was not correct. I messed up in my PB run because I forgot to build the sign, to destroy the sign, better said. And I was just like going on, what do I have to do? Like, I didn't know what else I could build here. And it wasted some time. Ooh, Marge is about to die here. Hopefully we don't get hit here. Ooh, dodging all of the bullets here on the bridge. So yeah, this is not the stream lagging, this is actual gameplay because, yeah, like I said, so much stuff going on, the PS2 can't really handle it. What's interesting is that there's also a PSP version of the game, and when the PS2 can't even handle this, they had to reduce the amount of enemies on the PSP version. So that would technically be faster, but general controls are a little bit worse there, and I find it a little bit easier on the PS2, to be honest. Okay, waiting for the mob here. Come on. Where are they? Okay, we got 2 of them here. Gonna prevent the enemies from stopping them or interrupting them. Right. I guess using Lisa here is just the best choice, because you can stun all the enemies and hopefully that will prevent them to fight the mob members. Any second now. There we go. Alright, now we have a little mini game right here. We have some cats coming out of the from the concert right there, and we just need to kill all of them to prevent them getting to the ice cars. Yeah, the cars which sell ice, which are over here. Okay. Oops. It's important to get all of them, because when we don't get any damage before, we can skip the 3rd wave entirely, because these ice cars here can take it. And now we can already run up to the concert and order the mob as soon as possible. There we go. Now the stage should be ready. And now we just need to wait for the mob to destroy the stage, and after that we're done. There we go. Oh, always a good feeling when this level is done. Alright, nice. There is one more level to go here in the game engine. And this is also one of the coolest ones. Once again we have Homer here, and once again his Homer ball is really overpowered. So first of all we can just use this little boost here. Oh, okay. I actually wanted to make it to the other side there. Let's see. There we go. Just had to line it up a little bit better there. And what you're normally supposed to do here is to place a few stone heads on the toilet right there, on this one right here. And this would trigger a cutscene, and then you would have to go through all of these levels. I'm gonna skip all of that by simply gummy clipping behind this door. And from here, we actually would need Lisa in order to build these platforms here, but if we do a Homer ball boost here, and we do it a little bit better than the last time. Oops. Oh, don't die, please. Need to set it up a little bit better, I guess. Oh, this is bad. Now we need for Homer to wake up, so just playing around here a little bit with Lisa. There we go, he wakes up again. Normally you want to get boosted up there, so to make it on the platform. Almost got it there. Just need a little bit more height. There we go. Alright. And now we're in the final section, the air section already. So we pretty much skipped the fire temple here, which is really cool. So want to eat some food here, because what we're going to do now is we're going to play some bowling. So yeah, basically the idea here is to prevent the sumos from shutting down the engines here, because otherwise we would fall down, and so we just need to fight them, and yeah, this will prevent them. Better said, this will prevent us from falling down. Okay, waiting for the next wave. This time we're using Gummy Homer because he's really useful in fighting. And they're not only on the first platform now, they're actually jumping a little bit further now, so I'm gonna shoot all of them. Oops. Aiming, please. There we go. There we go. I have 2 completed. Now we can use a little secret here. And grab us some more gummy ammo, which is basically the best for fighting. But it runs out pretty quickly, so the next best option is Homer Ball, but if we have it, the best thing is gummy ammo. Oh, one sumo is already running away. Okay, where's the last one? There he is. There we go. Okay, now all what's left to do is, when it appears, there's the last shrine. Basically, we need to enter it. In the next-gen version, there's also actually a cool boss fight here, like a round-based fighting here. Sadly, the old-gen versions, PS2, doesn't have it, but it just will save some time for the speedrun. Okay, we're actually in Matt Groening's mansion right now, and we have to deal with some lawyers here. But they're not really a big deal with Homer and his gummy.
Whoa, this guy is like Richie Rich. Step straight.
Okay. Alright. This is also one of the longer levels, I guess. But then there will be some really cool skips which you can do here. So, wanna get some food again? And now we can basically use Bart in order to glide to that part over there. Small shortcut right here. You're technically supposed to break another pillar on the other side. And then it's just this really mini game here where you play the Simpsons sound. There we go. And now we're inside the mansion.
Okay,
Now, on the old gen versions, this mansion is actually a lot more bigger than in the next gen console versions. So, for example, this section right here, you wouldn't even have to do. You would be at the boss fight here already. Okay. But overall, the old gen versions are still faster than the old ones, than the new ones, sorry. Simply for the fact, because you can skip cutscenes. Yeah, for whatever reason they removed the option to skip cutscenes in the next gen versions. Really weird, but yeah, that's just how it is. Okay, I wanna kill all of these lawyers, just in case. Because they can actually shoot you. Oh, I actually forgot one of them. I'll just try it. Oh. Yeah, this is a little bit risky right here. Because I don't want him to shoot me, in best case. So yeah, basically I wanted to kill all of them so that they won't irritate me. Apparently I forgot one, but it's not a huge deal. Come on, there we go. And here's another cool shortcut which we can use. There we go. And this basically skips the whole part with the hammers right here. So this is really cool. Alright. I also like how they just, without any velocity, just start swinging. Okay. I'm gonna try a quite risky shortcut here, which is basically jumping up this mirror. Oh, cool, I got it. And just boosting up here. This is quite risky because sometimes the mirror can actually push you off the platform and you would fall all the way down, and that would waste quite a few seconds. Oh, actually we don't have enough gummy. So if Homer runs out of ammo, I'm just gonna use Bart with the slingshot because he's basically the fastest for fighting. Alright. So yeah, basically we just need to fight all of these waves, and then Matt Groening will appear. So these guys over there shoot at me, so I wanna kill them first before I tackle on Bender. And now I can actually deal with these Benders right here. Now just boosting up here with Homer, and we're good. Okay, there's only one more level to go, which is the Heaven level. So there's this small boss fight right here. He's really easy, and we just need to shoot him with the slingshot, and he can't do anything basically. So yeah, really easy boss fight, just shooting him with the slingshot, and there we go. Cool. And now we're in the actual level. So there's also a Wii version of this game, which has a really cool skip here. Unfortunately though, it doesn't work on PS2. It's a corner jump, and for whatever reason it doesn't work in this version, although otherwise they would be completely the same. So yeah, and we're standing on this plant right here, on this tree, and trying to catch this cloud here. Okay, cool. This basically skips otherwise waiting for a cycle, so this is quite good. And now we just need to fly over here. And when we pull this lever right here, we basically unlock everything else for Lisa. Oh, actually there's one more gate which we need to open, but it's really quick as well. Oh, hopefully Lisa is not gonna die. Yeah. Once again, that's the problem with the AI partner. And it can happen that I switch to the AI partner and I die in the next second because the partner was low on health. Fortunately, I was lucky this time, so...
May tranquility be yours.
Alright. Also, you might have noticed that I'm actually picking up the better ammo here. And this is the only level where it's actually good to have them. Because we'll be having another boss fight. And yeah, basically the boss fights here don't have invisibility frames. So when we hit them with a better ammo, they won't fall to the ground. And we can keep hitting them, which is really cool. So yeah, now we just need to build up the Starbucks.
Eggs Alive, thank you for the sub.
Okay, and now out of the... Oh, it's a skybox.
Skybox, yeah.
Right. So now appears Benjamin Franklin, and he's the last pre-boss fight, I guess. And with the better ammo, he works really, really quickly. And now there's one more thing to do. It's final boss time. And what would be a better way to end the game with a dancing minigame here?
On the prey station.
Yeah, the prey station, right. So yeah, there will be 4 rounds here. And yeah, that's basically the only thing we have to do here. Dancing and pushing buttons. But the music is really cool. Have you recognized it so far?
Sin, now this.
No, I guess it's too early for me.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's rocking like the hurricane, like
Really?
a very famous Simpson,
yeah.
Simpson music.
Great.
I only got to know the music because of the game. But yeah.
I don't know the game, but I know the music, but I can't hear it right now.
Oh, okay. So yeah, I don't know if the waves get actually more difficult, but usually they're pretty doable.
Okay, I think it's not the original version, like there's like a thing, like an extra melody I think, but now I can hear it, yeah.
Yeah, it also loops. They kind of not really remixed it, but they extended it, I would say. So yeah.
Great. Way to hurt
It's interesting
God's
how in the next gen versions you actually have the other characters in this level as well. And here we're just playing with Bart and Lisa. Probably because it's more resource friendly for the PS2, I guess. And yeah, the console names are really interesting as well. It's not the Wii, it's the I Am.
First original sin, now this.
Ooh, I almost forgot one there. But so far we didn't lose any lives, so this is good. Time save.
Great. Way to hurt God's
Okay.
feelings.
And there will be another I Am, because what else could there be? So this is actually the final wave here. And as soon as we destroy the last I Am, it's basically time.
First original sin, now this.
Oh, the music actually stopped. Yeah, it's kind of random how... there we go.
Easy sub 115.
You know what? That's actually world record.
Congrats.
No way, world record height.
Wow, dude. And it's sub 115. Oh, that's so great, dude. Oh, cool. Awesome.
God, is it?
Yeah, so basically that was the Simpsons game. I don't know if we can have the time to enjoy the final cutscene, but
What was
yeah.
the world record so far?
A 117 by me, so 3 minutes cut off of it.
What an
Really awesome.
Yeah. Explain to us the meaning
Congrats.
of life.
Yeah, thanks.
Those computer geeks who control you.
That's really cool.
They're part of a video game too. You see, the planet Earth is my most immersive, detailed video game yet, and I play it 24 hours a day. It's great. You can get out of your car, have a family. I even put in a complete and wholly consistent fossil.
Yeah, now we just get to know that basically it was God all the time who was playing us.
Nothing but a mini game inside my Earth game. If you think about it.
So, not only are we not real, we're characters inside a mini-game inside another game. And the people playing us right now are the characters inside the big game that you're playing.
Well, you're not inside just any game. The planet Earth got a score of 96 on Metacritic.
But why did you let me find the instruction book back in Springfield? Doesn't that mess up your whole system?
Oh, totally. That was like a complete accident. Here I am.
This is like the background story.
Hurricane. Oh, how do you control the camera in this thing? Is it the L and R button or what? Ah, screw this. I'm getting a beer. Oh.
Good thing that got censored.
Yes.
The Simpsons
More friendly
game?
for the stream.
So, yeah. You see? Oops.
Oops, ain't gonna cut it, Mr. Glowing Visage, beautiful beyond all description. You gotta make this right.
Relax, relax. God, I feel really super bad about all of this. And I seriously want to finish Oblivion so I can get started on something else, so what do you want?
Put Springfield back the way it was. And let us keep our awesome powers.
Improve the working conditions of all video game characters.
Grant me 3 wishes.
Fine, I'll do all that stuff. Even make games less dangerous for the characters. I guess games have been getting too violent.
God, there is one thing. Do you ever wonder if you're a character in a video game?
That's...
Plot twist.
Stop being dumb.
Wow! Daddy, someone's looking at me!
Alright, and with this ending I would say thank you guys so much for watching, and yeah, hopefully this run will find some new people into running this game, because at the moment there are, like, this game doesn't really have that much runners. Yeah, it's so amazing that I actually got world record, I still can't believe it, but yeah. Right, so thanks again for watching, and I would say we're out.
Yep.
Alright, this concludes the Simpsons Game by Kayumon, and this also concludes my hosting shift, and I will give over directly to Kayumon, who just ran the Simpsons Game. See you again tomorrow. Bye.